went backwards, but I believe that it was destined to unfold this way. I was never the smartest kid. My high school grades were never anything to write home about. In fact, academically average may have been a good description for me. My high school years were particularly challenging, especially every day when I went to open the refrigerator and had to stare at my clearly lacking report card hanging next to my sister's near perfect one. I just couldn't escape the feeling that I was never going to be good enough. That's when I found my escape, baseball. I may have bombed a math test or two in 1 week, but if the Red Sox were playing the Yankees, for those 3 hours when the players stepped in between those white lines, I could escape from everything in school and feel like I was a part of something. For those 3 hours every single night, I was the Red Sox. Now this is the point in my story where my career begins. It was the summer after I graduated high school, and I had both of my tonsils removed. As you may have heard, the older you are, the more complications there are with the surgery. This was my reality. 3 complicated surgeries later, my tonsils were removed, and I began a long healing process. For over a month, I was not allowed to leave my house. I became a prisoner in my own bedroom. In order to stay sane, I turned my attention again to the Red Sox, and in particular to the Red Sox blog that I began 2 years earlier. Each day would be a pain-stricken battle while waiting for first pitch. And at the end of each game, I would write until the sun came up. In that 1 month, I had turned my bedroom into a Red Sox writing command center, and my website's following had increased an extra 30,000 followers. Sockspace, as I call the blog, is where I finally discovered my voice and style as a passionate baseball writer. That summer, when my throat finally healed, the Red Sox held an election for the first ever president of Red Sox Nation. Thanks to my passionate followers, which had then reached 90,000 by the start of the election, I was nominated and placed third out of 1,200 entries. My third place finish meant that I had beaten Hall of Fame writer Peter Gammons, Pulitzer Prize winning author Juris Burns Goodwin, along with a few other Boston scribes, former Red Sox players, and Boston-based actors and actresses. Flattering as it was, to have been catapulted to that pedestal by my following, there was never one moment where I thought to myself, wow, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Instead, I had thought to myself, this is where I want to be. This is what I was born to do. My website continued to grow, and at the age of 19, I published my first book titled One Fan Story, If This Hat Could Talk, which had chronicled all of my baseball experiences through 2008. The book was sold in 43 states and 5 different countries. By 2009, my website won the award for Best Red Sox Blog. 2 years later, my website won Best Red Sox Blog again and took down the award for Best Overall New England Sports Blog for the first time. No sports blog had ever won both awards in the same year. It was undoubtedly the proudest moment of my life. I knew that night that I had found my true calling. Around this time is when I was accepted to Endicott College, and although my list of accomplishments in life had little to do with academics, I was finally prepared to make a commitment to change that. In my first semester here at Endicott, I emailed the Chief Operating Officer of the Red Sox, Sam Kennedy, in hopes of starting a career within baseball at the Boston Red Sox. I wrote him a detailed email listing my strengths and what value I could bring to the Red Sox organization. His response was simple. There wasn't a yes, there wasn't a no, he simply asked, have you graduated? Those 3 simple words put a fire under me to prioritize academics above all else. The Van Loan program at Endicott College was a godsend. I had the opportunity to continue working, writing, and to pursue a college degree all at the same time. And it was in the Van Loan program where I met one of the most inspirational people that I would come in contact with as a student, Terry Lynn. For those of you who don't know Terry Lynn, he has been a fixture here at Endicott College since 2006. This is a man who inspired me through his passion for education. He told me that he didn't even care if only one student signed up for a course that he was teaching. He would still be there every night to teach it because that's how much he cared about seeing his students succeed. When I was closing in on graduation after my long journey through college, Terry told me, this is your game 7. You have fought back against the odds, the statistics, and everything life has thrown down at you during this run up to graduation. But like winning the pennant of the World Series, you have earned the degree and the title, and nobody can take that away. He was right all along. When you put everything that you have into achieving one goal, and it takes years to accomplish, it's a lot like winning a championship. This was my Game 7 of the World Series, and this is your Game 7 too. And tomorrow when you walk across that stage, I want you to remember that none of us could have won this proverbial Game 7 without our teammates. Inspiring professors like Terry Lynn, extremely patient guidance counselors like Janet Burton and Karen Swanson, and for me, the love and support of my family, as well as all the students that I have met along this incredible journey. Last October, I was fortunate enough to have been at Fenway Park and watch the Red Sox win their first World Series at home in 95 years. Tomorrow is our World Series victory, and nobody can take that away. Congratulations, class of 2000.